this. Pause that. Drag you down. Hi.
Hi.
How's it going?
Good. How are you doing?
Doing well. All right. So, I guess start by sharing your screen. I'll pull up your document. I believe you said you mostly wanted to work on your mid game and stuff, right?
Yeah.
So we'll go through some usual questions that I do with people. First off, what character are you playing again?
I think on the sheet I wrote like Nadine, Rio, Kathy, or Lennox, because those are the four survivors that I play the most. Probably just Nadine, because I've got the most games on her.
That's fine. I do want you to play whoever you're most comfortable with, so pick whichever one you want. Like, I'm not going to make recommendations and say like, well, I know you play Nadine, but Luke's strong, so let's play him. You know, I'd rather you just play what you're good with.
Yeah.
Or not good with, whatever you want to improve with the most, you know?
Okay, yeah, then I think I'll probably go with Nadine.
Okay. So Nadine has a different late to in-game goal than every other character in this game.
Yeah.
So the biggest things, I guess, is we'll make sure that you have an efficient farming path. For most people, it's like you go in between hotel and then you go to archery range and then you walk into alley, you kill the bear and the wolf that are like right there and the chickens, and then you go back to hotel and you just circle that loop over and over. And then if those close, then like chapel is really good. School can be a nice little bit, especially if like a hotel is still open and archery range closed, for instance. You can do like a bunch of chickens in school and then go into hotel to clear that and go back to chapel. You just need to make sure you're going through areas that have a high amount of stuff, right? How's your food? Do you feel like you've got enough food, or do you feel like you're often falling behind?
I think it like flip-flops basically every game. Like I know a pretty decent amount of the food that I can make on my route. It's just I'm not it feels like I'm not very consistent with actually making it.
I gotcha. So I would say have like a set game plan for food in your route. So like for instance, on the Bernice build I've been playing the last little bit, I'm pretty much dedicating my water in the beginning to making ice water, and then I grab coffee and I make coffee, or I grab an alcohol and I make mocha bread when I get to Uptown, and that's my entire food and stamina for the early game, right? And then from there, I'll branch out to like whatever it is that I decide is best, which I think at the moment is probably like I'll just pick up honey and then I'll figure out what I do from there. But yeah, so what build are you gonna play?
The Here, I can just pull it up. The twin bow, dobok, crown, sheath, feather boots, etc.
Okay, so it's basically it's funny because like I've seen a lot of people doing this with sniper crossbow. That I call that sniper Nadine. Obviously, why?
Yeah.
I think this is fine too. Yeah, this is fine. This should work. The routing seems fine. We're not doing anything overly complicated. You've had your weapon finished in zone 2. Do you have any questions before we get into games?
Is there a different build you'd recommend? Because this is just like pretty much the same thing that I've been running since I started playing the game almost.
Not that I'd
And
like
I haven't
immediately recommend. I would say, have you looked through like the saved plans lately?
Not super recently. I think like the most recently was
I would
2 patches ago, 3 patches
Yeah.
ago maybe.
I would definitely give through a look from them. So like you can definitely see the build you're using is still on there, right? It's
Yeah.
the third one. And then of course there's another one that does like battle suit, which I think could be all right. There's some golden ratios. There's options. So it's like I would mess around with them and see if you find anything you like. But I think what you're doing is fine. So don't feel like you have to swap.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I should probably
That was weird. What do you feel like are your biggest struggles? Is it just like, do you feel like your micro's kind of fine, you have a decent understanding of characters, or is it mostly like, are you just entirely blanking on like the macro side, and like once you finish your build you're not sure what to do from there?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I feel like it's more macro than micro.
Okay, so you could try to ease that burden on yourself and do like kind of like a plan, like a stage plan concept, where it's like, as Nadine, you always want to be farming animals, right? So ideally, you're getting like RNG items. You need to know what you're gonna do with your RNG drops. But you have like a checklist, right? So say like, you know, I want to make sure that I'm set up with this much food for a late game. So like, you don't have to go out of your way to make food, because if you're doing enough wolf camps, they will eventually give you fried oil, heated oil.
Yeah.
You know, and you can use that to like set up your food. And then make sure you have just enough stamina for the late game, and then a certain amount of stacks. How many stacks do you think you're reaching towards the end game?
I know not as many as I should be.
A general rule of thumb is by end game, you want to have around 300.
Yeah.
That's the low end.
Yeah, I think whenever I actually do get to end game, I'm somewhere around like 250-ish, maybe
That's not bad.
275-ish.
That's improvable. You know, that's like you're close.
Yeah.
You're already close to the bar. Like you can definitely improve that with a little bit of better pathing. And then like other things we'll just kind of figure out with time. You know, like
Yeah.
What do you use your RNG for? Like if you, let's say you got a mithril, what would you use it for?
Probably Myth Helm. Myth Helm or Myth Shield. I think probably Shield over Helm.
I personally prefer Shield. Helm is a decent pickup though, for sure.
Yeah.
But yeah. You could also do Myth Armor as well, if you feel like the attack range really isn't that big of a deal, and let's say you understand like the lobby's full of casters. Myth Armor is also a great upgrade that gives Nadine an insane amount of tankiness, considering the amount of damage she can put out as well.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I kind of defaulted to Myth Helm because I'm used to building radar on like a pile of different characters, so I kind of just assume that I have one.
Right. So, all right. So we've got that kind of lined up. Force core would be same thing. You'd probably just want auto arms. If not, like maybe Emerald Tablet, because like magazine's nice, but magazine's not the like end all be all best thing in the world.
Yeah.
Yeah, Blood Mask is probably pretty good. I like the lifesteal that it gives, and then of course it can give you like a chunky auto. That's not a big deal though, so maybe not. I'm probably overvaluing it on Nadine.
Yeah. Oh, hey, I even have a list of the upgrades that I normally like look for. But yeah, normally with VF Blood, I actually really like Fail Not.
Oh yeah, I forgot that was a thing. Yeah, okay, understand.
Yeah.
Yep. Red Shoes is actually a lot better this patch.
This is fun.
We do need a certain amount of attack speed in the build though, so like if you do find a radar of someone, it's probably best. Yeah, so I'd probably, if we have a radar, just upgrade chest piece to myth chest.
Yeah.
Upgrade weapon with blood. And then with force core, yeah, I would probably do tablet. Because like I actually value crown quite a bit in this meta. It's super good. It hasn't been nerfed in a while. All right. Now we play the waiting game.
Yeah, Force Core is the one upgrade material that I'm like that it feels like I generally just can't decide what to use it on, so I end up just defaulting to tablet like almost all of the time.
True. I don't blame you. It's really hard whenever your character doesn't have a lot of things.
Yeah.
Oh, I tabbed out. I'm hungry. I'll probably grab food after this. All right. Oh, I can't hear your game.
Yeah, I when I'm watching streams, I always mute the audio from.
I got you. Yeah, it is kind of quiet, but it's fine. I will say that it's like that. It can be very detrimental because the in-game sounds are very important.
Yeah.
So can you turn that up a little bit more for me?
Yeah.
That's perfect.
What's hidden here?
Because it'll give me an idea of like if there's people around you.
Before I go to pond.
This was pretty easy. This turned out great.
Good.
I don't like this kind
A
of...
subject has been terminated.
My scent will be masked by the humidity of this place.
I should grab that.
What's the hotkey to enable this overlay thing again?
F8. Thank you for reminding me because
I actually like it quite a bit.
yeah, same.
I want to test this.
Second time in a row of getting killed by Zahir, 20 seconds in a rare game. What the fuck is I supposed to do about it?
Not too
20
bad.
seconds in. Ooh. I can help talk to you about it afterwards, Kitsune. I want to focus on the
I
coaching,
get
but
to
I'll
use what I learned in the forest.
hopefully try to figure something out.
Okay.
It's humid and muddy over here.
Oh my god.
Does this need to be polished? I don't think so.
This is a common issue you run into with this area.
Yeah.
What's hidden here?
Normally it feels like I end up
This was pretty easy.
I think the correct move there was to make sheet metal and not
I
ruby.
hate hospitals.
yeah.
Kill these before we keep looking.
Yeah.
Take aim at the target. Load and fire. This is for my survival.
And then that was fine, but I don't think I would
A
have
new area has been restricted.
dropped the wires.
Yeah.
Doesn't really do much there, and it is a kind of on cooldown, and you'll need it if someone comes up to try and mess with you.
Not too bad. There's a suspicious smell coming from
The
this.
hope was that they would drop something that would help fix our issue.
Yeah.
We didn't get that though.
Oh my god.
Can I treat my wounds around here? There's a suspicious smell coming from this. Aim. Fire.
Oof.
So
Yeah, this one's rough.
I think now I want to go cemetery or forest for the feather and then go
Yeah, okay. Forest, I would say, actually.
yeah,
Jump.
Forest and then,
then just
beach.
go
Terminated.
The forest makes me feel at home.
beach and then I can go up to alley for the scissors or school.
Yeah.
Not too bad.
We can just start going to beach now.
Yeah.
I get to
I would
use what
TP from
learned
chapel.
in the
It's
forest.
faster.
Okay.
And there's a bunch of chickens you walk by on the way there, so it's like you get a lot of good stuff.
Means nothing to me.
Oh my god.
It's okay. On one side, I actually want to say like stop and craft the boots because it's really late, and you are behind. So like if anyone sees you, I'm worried that
Yeah.
they might just run you down. So like having the MS could actually save your life. Where normally I'd say like yeah, walking and just going is fine.
Should I just jump?
It's fine, Kitsune. You're appreciated.
Is nice and soft. Take aim, load, and fire.
I should have hit console.
Yeah, but it's fine. And next time you see a can, pick that up for me, please.
Aim, fire.
Yeah.
You've got a bunch of herbs, but honestly, herbs aren't that good of food until they're made into potions. So it's like if we can pick up cans to actually kind of fix a problem. Oh, perfect. We're full build. Just keep an eye on the
Yeah.
Nikki. Yeah, she's She's behind. So it's like
Powerful build minus a pair of scissors for
Not too bad.
yeah.
Go
So
Bob.
we could actually fight one of them if you wanted.
Keep your balance here.
Next coaching session. Yeah, no, you're more than welcome to re-sign up for coaching at this point, Kitsune.
My turn.
Load and fire.
A subject has been terminated.
She's gonna aggro you if you keep going back down.
Yeah. So I think I just walk over to Uptown and TP to Alley.
Subject has been terminated.
Yeah, that'll work.
I don't want to go
You can also
inside
kill
other
this
people's houses.
check in, and then there should be a dog. Looks like the dog's dead. Oh well.
Yeah.
Should
Yeah.
I just
At Alley, ideally, we.
Eric's will sit down this
They're still there.
What are the other scissor zones? Alley, hospital, and factory? Or school?
School.
Never mind.
Yeah.
School. Not any better.
There's a suspicious smell coming from this.
I think this was a good place to come. Open that green box below you, by the way. And yeah, take both of those, please.
Terminated.
The whole reason I was saving that one water.
Yeah, and that was great. It does help out for this.
I better take a closer look.
I would make at least one of those hot honeys. You don't have to do. That's perfect, actually. You can pick up
Yeah.
that.
A
Both of those in
subject
there.
has been terminated.
Yeah, and then I can make.
And then just go ahead and make the other hot honey, too.
This as it is.
Yeah.
Do you think you can fight that Jukai? Actually, no. Let's not worry about that. Let's just worry about your stacks from here on.
I think I'm gonna check
Ten
perfect
survivors remain.
for some bottles real quick.
That's fine. But starting like now, we want to get you started on your rotation. So look at your map and decide what 3 zones aren't closing. Okay, so we could do archery range
Yeah.
alley, the archery range hotel thing, right? So we want to get started on that, disregarding like everyone around us.
Load and fire.
Brace yourself.
Where to?
I wouldn't have
They wouldn't put
used
that
wire
in
so
this
quickly,
hiding
but it's fine. Do the wolves.
A new area
She's not
has
chasing
been
anymore.
restricted. Watch
Instead of using wire there, you could have put down squirrel traps
Yeah.
to deter her. You should check them.
Oh god, yeah, they were actual wolves, not just level.
Yeah, and then you want to make the garlic ramen whenever you can.
Yeah.
Oh, we still don't have scissors. I'm so dumb.
Yeah. I can just.
Shit. Yeah, you
clear-
can go into school and we should be
It's
fine.
been well taken care of, I see.
Yeah.
I would dip into school and then hopefully we find it here. You can kill the animals that are kind of
Those were
near.
the leopards, wolves, and lions.
Why does she say and lions so late? There's a big
Oh, no.
hesitation there. I like the fact that you went back to the camera. You can drop that can whenever you want. Originally it was because we could
Yeah.
fish up food while we were in beach, but we don't plan on going back there anytime soon.
There's a suspicious smell coming from this.
Really bad RNG on this. Oof.
Bad RNG is my middle name.
Take aim at the target. Load.
See,
And
dogs
fire.
don't drop scissors. It's bad.
Yeah, I
For me,
think it's
school
bad.
is just annoying.
A subject has been
Keep
terminated.
forgetting that bad's all there. we
Yeah, they always drop it now. Perfect. And there's a bunch of chickens below you, so we can get them, and there's a
Yeah.
dog up there as well.
go. Okay,
I would've-
those are. Yeah, I always forget if they're grouped enough or just one boat. Oh my god.
Right. And then the chicken there. And then perfect, we can head into archery range, and then we want to go to
Yeah.
hotel.
This is for my survival.
Let me-
We're already up to 100 stacks. Feels good. We can kind of just... No. You want to... Not head into hotel. We want to clear archery range. Like
Oh, yeah.
everything here. That board's
I also
dead. Oh,
do
it looks
wanna
like
make
someone's already
my-
beat us here.
Yeah, I can.
Yeah. So everything's already been killed here, so we want to just go ahead and go to hotel.
A new
That's a
area
shame.
has been restricted.
There's a Luke and a Nikki.
There's a dense
Here.
smell of human. Sorry, my friend.
Shoichi died to Wiccaline. Feels bad.
Okay.
I'll clean it up for you.
I'd like to see them get caught in it. Watch your...
Yep, just keep that up.
One less target.
Q again. Nice. Really good on that.
And now,
The smell of the sea is overpowering.
Yeah, she wants to fight you, so you have to be a little more aggressive with her. Like, attack as you're kiting.
oh, I thought I hit R earlier.
That's fine.
That's my bad.
Yeah. So in that situation, she keeps walking down with you. You have to assume that she's going to be aggressive just because of the
Yeah.
nature of Sua's kit. So it's like you have to start autoing her. Because you need to deter her back off from you because you don't have your wire up. And it's a rough situation. We can go ahead and do another one. I think overall, actually, I mean, we really only saw like routing. Food, I think you prioritize potions a little too much. Keep in mind that you can do Zen Vitality. There were a lot of times where like you were stacking Oriental herbs and you were waiting for flowers, but you were passing up turtle shells that you could have picked up to have like good healing in the meantime. And I think you should have at least made one of those, if not two.
What's the healing on? Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
Yeah, and then when you upgrade it using the other thing that you're gonna get in hospital, it'll go up to 900.
Yeah.
Whereas potions are the herbs are only 450. You know.
Yeah.
So it's not the best, but like it's all right.
Let the hunt begin.
With the loot, I liked kind of how you were doing it, right? You queued, you laid down the scroll traps instead of using your E very, like immediately, like I had seen you do a few times before. And that's kind of what you want to do is you just want to keep poking him until he gets to a point where you think you could probably kill him before he kills you, and then you can turn the engage.
Yeah.
The only other thing I would have said is probably like after the second Q, you could have used like arrow skill on yourself to kind of just like have to make him walk back, you know?
Okay. Yeah.
The experiment will now begin.
Good.
Satellite radar activated.
Good buffs.
I want to test this out.
Perfect. You can wire over this wall to be a little faster.
Over there.
Can I? Oh.
Yeah,
Not like that. I can't.
yeah, you've got a big distance with wire you can use to kind of like cut corners sometimes.
What does it
Or
have
you could
to
do it like on this one to like get deep in the hallway fast, you know?
Yeah.
Either one. And then in some situations, like let's say you spawned where the Nikki spawned, you could use wire to hop the wall and then
Yeah.
get
There's a
that loot
suspicious
before
smell
anyone
coming
else
from
does.
this.
Perfect. Okay, we can pretty much just go.
Should I just jump? It's humid and muddy over here.
Not the best spawn, but it's okay.
What does it have in it?
no branches till we get to that top end, sadly.
Yeah. Oh wait.
What's up?
Oh, I accidentally turned off the overlay on F8 because I didn't know that it.
Load
Oh.
and fire.
Okay.
I think... Yeah, you're good. She has a weapon, doesn't she? Bolty?
Yeah.
What does it have in it? This was pretty easy.
I wouldn't walk that way, she's probably still on this hill.
It's a nice place.
I don't
But
think
it-
so. I
it
think she
works
went
out.
up around.
Yeah, alright, perfect.
Let's use this as it is.
As long as you're confident with your decisions, even if I don't agree with it, that's the important thing.
I say so myself. I want to test this out. There's a suspicious smell.
Nice.
from this.
Yeah, you can pick up that.
Not too bad.
I'll check these two and then just leave.
Sounds good to me. Do the same thing as last time where we go to beach. We missed a lot, sadly.
Less this time than the last time.
Yeah.
Will pierce you.
Last time we missed gold, I think.
Subject has been terminated.
Yeah, last time we missed
Boars
2
can
gems
drop
and-
hammers, so next time check that, but
Oh yeah.
that's minuscule. It's such a small chance, it probably didn't happen anyways, but... And then dogs can drop lighters, so keep that in mind
Yeah.
as well.
Have
A new area has been restricted.
I want to test this out.
Next time you see ice, pick it up, because we can make ice water.
Yeah.
Perfect.
A subject
And then
has been
just make the ice
terminated.
water and instead of waiting to find
Yeah.
a ladder.
What's
Okay.
hidden here?
Because you're gonna need a little bit of SP in the meantime. Now, if we're lucky, these wolves fix all our problems.
Oh god. I'm always just a little bit off on where the second wolf there is. Oh no.
There's one.
Yeah, now we just need one
There's a
more.
suspicious smell coming from this. I made it quite well, if I say so myself.
Grab that, yeah, perfect.
And I'm looking for a
A subject has been terminated.
Yeah, it's not a big deal, but it could help if we get it. Do you think you can take that fight above you? There's someone right above you. You probably have to pop food.
Yeah, I think so.
I also think so.
And fire.
A subject has been terminated.
You can take her
That's all I
butler's for
want.
now. It's
Oh,
better than
yeah.
what you're wearing.
Her.
Butler
Yeah.
suit? Yeah, it's better than what you're wearing for
Still
now.
smells like
And then,
disinfectant. There's a
make coffee
suspicious
liquor.
smell coming from this.
Yeah, I'm gonna make the
Oh, yeah, I forgot. Fuck, yeah. If we find another alcohol,
Oh,
then
yeah.
ideally make coffee liquor. Or this will work, actually.
Oh, whoops.
Because my idea with the coffee liquor is there's milk here as well, so you can mix it. But as long as you're making something, it's fine.
Yeah.
Because, like, you can pick up the ice if you wanted to. I don't think you have to, though.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, we can just look to leave if you want to after you kill this dog. Of course, you're close enough, you might as well kill the wolves.
I made it quite
Yeah.
well, if I say so
And then,
myself.
drink your ice water. You can probably drink 2 if you want to, just to not worry about it.
Someone is consecutively
I
eliminated.
think I'm good there, so I still need
Check the
one
wolves.
gem or one hammer. Yeah.
10 survivors remain.
Can I treat
There we
my
go. Now I
wounds
don't need
around here?
anything, so I can just
Yep, all good. You can drop that butler's now.
yeah.
I made it quite well, if I say so myself.
And check your map. What zones
yeah,
are closing?
so
Hotel,
hotel's about to
so
close,
you could
so-
still do archery range alley, but you're gonna need to think of a third zone. This area is fine, so you could do archery into alley into school, but you're only gonna get 1 archery rotation, so keep that in mind.
This archery range
I don't know
has
why
been
So
it
let's
shouldn't block
start
those.
from the bottom, not the top.
Yeah.
So we'll do this.
Yeah.
Go,
I think
Yeah,
bow
yeah, yeah.
skill should just kill those.
hopefully.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Alright,
1
killed.
lived. I think you missed the other one.
Oh no, they both lived.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah.
Okay. Which is fine. Still the good damage, you know? And then at this point, checking them is still fine because they can drop fried oil, which we kind of want.
Yeah.
So it's like, but I wouldn't check anything else except for bats to get cameras. You can activate this console too, because someone's here. You might want to take the fight,
And fire.
but I wouldn't walk towards them until we get vision. It's a Magnus.
Yeah.
I wouldn't worry about it. He's building the bullshit tank build.
Take aim. Fire. There wouldn't be any enemies hiding here.
Looks like the
that
bear's
there.
down and the wolves are down, so I would just TP out and go back to hospital because we saw. Oh, you can take this maybe.
Yeah.
You just gotta be careful about it. Good dodge.
My arrow will pierce you. My arrow will pierce you. Where to?
Don't forget
Oh,
D-scale.
My arrow.
Oh.
Okay.
Terminated.
Ooh, that's a lot of stuff.
Yep.
I'm gonna eat that and just take that.
And then I would also drop the gems in your inventory.
Yes.
But yeah, let's go to hospital.
I don't like this kind of machine.
That was good. When she walked herself into a corner, I probably would have D-scaled earlier.
Around here,
Yeah.
It's a lot of damage, so.
take aim at the target.
Yeah, we start with chickens because they'll respawn the fastest. Perfect.
Take aim. Fire.
I should probably turn this
Will
into.
pierce you.
Yeah, I would just
Turn
press
the,
one
potatoes.
to eat it. And then, yeah, I'd start making fried potatoes. It's fried potatoes or fried chicken. They basically do the same thing. So you killed these ones. They won't be back up until about 8:30.
Yeah.
Subject has been
But,
terminated.
yeah.
Infectant.
So I think I want to go.
wouldn't go into sim,
A
to
new
be
area has been
honest.
restricted.
Building
I can check pond for the bears there, or do I want to TP down to Uptown and try and go like Uptown
the
to
map.
talk?
I would TP to docks and then go to Uptown.
Okay.
Take aim. Fire.
Oh
Take
god
aim
damn.
at the target. Load and fire. Do these boats have holes in
Go
them?
back and grab that.
Looks like the bears are down.
Fire.
Oh, no, they're up. Perfect. Okay.
Yeah.
You can arrow skill here.
Yeah.
Watch your
This dog's right there. No.
No, a little more left.
target. Load
But you're trying. That's the important thing. Open this blue crate before we leave.
Yeah. And the other bear's up.
Let's go.
Going into Uptown probably isn't worth it, actually. Let's go into Chapel
Yeah.
instead.
Take aim. Fire.
I think I queued a little bit too early there.
It was fine regardless to me. The damage you missed out isn't that big. This blue crate as well.
The smell of
Oh, yeah.
stagnant water. Let's hope it's a nice
Okay.
item.
So we'll
And
probably
this
do
dog actually dropped
chest.
the mats for mithril armor.
Perfect. Good awareness. So this is why we check blue crates, right? It has good
Yeah.
food in it, and then of course I can drop mithril like this. Mithril is going to increase your farming speed because now you have faster MS. So we'll kill this chicken and then
Will pierce you.
just keep heading in. We want to kill the boar to the right.
Yeah.
We can kill the boar to the left, but I probably
I don't know
wouldn't.
what that is.
Yeah.
Load.
So I would just keep walking up, kill
Yeah.
this grouping of animals, and then we'll kill the stuff close to the TP.
Take aim.
Oh.
A new area has been restricted.
Graph way over there. Walking up into some. Is the tree still there? No.
A subject has been terminated. Take aim. Someone is consecutively eliminating survivors.
Okay. So I think
I would kill the.
now,
Oh, the chickens are
actually-
dead. Actually, I would.
Watch your
Okay.
Yeah, I think I fight this. I think I can.
howl. Watch your over there.
Cannot fight that.
Take aim. Fire.
Yep. was close. I think the big thing was when you were running away from Jukai, you were running away and like you were just running away, right? You actually have
Yeah,
to
I
like
wasn't-
step in and out inside him because he has to predict your turn.
Yeah.
That wasn't too bad. You got kind of unlucky with zone closures, but we were trying to keep up with it. I probably wouldn't went for the Jukai just because it's like the way your character works. You can just continue like to farm.
Yeah.
Jukai is a risky fight. I probably just would have went back to the hospital, farmed to those animals.
Yeah, I think that's definitely much better.
But of course, if you get the kill, then it's always fine. I do think you could have won that. I don't think you played it
Yeah.
terribly, but avoiding, like, trying to avoid at least 2 waves of the ultimate is going to be big.
Yeah, I ate much more of that than I needed to.
Yeah. I'm gonna grab some food really quickly while we're waiting in queue for this one, and then
Yeah.
back. Why did it make food while I'm hungry?
Let the hunt begin.
Mystic Jade Charm or Wind and Fire more damage overall? Depends on the character, but I don't think Wind and Fire is that good at the moment. So it's like, I would probably go with... Are we talking about for Sicela? I don't think either of those are particularly that great. For Sicela, I think the only thing that's really worth playing right now is... Honestly, I'm just seeing how good fucking... what is it called? Pedaltorn is like performing, and it makes me really hesitant to really care for anything else. I'm quiet? Am I really quiet? Oh, it's for Emma. I wouldn't play anything other than Fuma Shuriken on Emma, to be honest. Like Fuma Shuriken is so good on her that it invalidates every other option, in my opinion. Nice.
The experiment will now begin. Satellite radar activated. Over there.
Okay. Confused, thought I was playing Nadine? Nah. That's not gonna happen. I am playing Bernice lately, though. He's fun.
Let's use this as it is. There's a suspicious
Okay, so we did get punished for skipping those boxes on the left.
on the floor.
Yeah.
We jumped the wall. I think you did it because I mentioned it before. You would only really do that if there was someone like on your left side, but since there wasn't, you traded off 3 boxes for 1, and you do kind of get hurt for it now.
Yeah, no, I normally if I
Brent
get,
is
like,
useful in a lot of ways.
about as many things as I did there, I just jump the wall because I get a little bit greedy.
This turned out great.
It can be faster, I understand.
I get to use what I learned in the forest.
You don't know which should be equipped by default?
My scent will be masked by the humidity of this place.
If you're talking about for Fuma, it should always be Fuma. Fuma is, because of the CDR, is going to be more damage than either of those other weapons. But if you be in between Mystic Jade and Wind and Fire, I think Mystic Jade is more damage.
Target.
I don't think Emma really cares for AP. So it's like, I think you want the one that has the higher percentage amp, but I might be wrong. I'm not familiar with Mystic Jade's stat lines, so it's hard for me to say.
Polished? I don't think so. Not too bad.
Okay. see if I can find a couple.
Actually, she probably wants more flat amp, so it's
There
like
we go.
if either of them provide flat, which I know Wind and Fire doesn't.
This
So,
is pretty great.
but anyways, what are we checking this box for? Oh, another box.
Yeah, another box or another turtle shell.
Not too
Gotcha.
bad.
Everyone is building Wind and Fire.
Around here?
I think Lily Dongo is still building
Take aim at the target.
Fuma.
Load, and
She's
fire.
doing pretty well with it.
A subject has been terminated.
What's hidden here?
But I might be wrong.
So I'm gonna pick up that
A new area
alcohol.
has been restricted. A subject has been terminated.
Make soju with it. Oh no, again, yeah, for the fucking.
Not too bad.
Hopefully these wolves fix our inventory a little bit.
There's a
There we
suspicious
go, and then I
smell
can
coming
make
from this.
ice water with.
I get to use what
Nope.
I learned in the forest.
A subject has been terminated.
Just make this now.
This turned out great. I get to use what I learned in the forest. This is for my survival. What does it have in it?
42% for Wind and Fire. What's Fuma's at?
Take aim at the target. Load.
I won't be able to give you like a great answer on this because I'm not exactly an Emma player. But what did Nadine stacks even do? Bonus damage. And I think a little bit of attack range, right? Or no?
I'm pretty sure. I don't remember them having removed it, and I know that at some point they gave attack range once you hit more than 50.
Right. So where do you want to go now?
I think just archery because
Yes.
that whole route's open.
Mhm.
And that'll give me a chance to find the oil that I missed earlier.
Yeah.
Should I
Baby, can I get you to grab my food?
This archery range has been well taken care of, I see.
And that's even a box for the other.
What's hidden here?
Grab that gunpowder. Make that recon drone.
Okay.
If you notice noise in your area, you can actually use the recon drone to kind of scout out. And then reorganize your food so it's easier to use in
Better
combat.
take a closer look.
This is actually where I normally put it.
Okay, perfect then. Okay.
Yeah.
Take a
As long as it's something that's natural for you.
Yeah.
What's hidden here?
I start. Oh, there's the oil.
Take aim at the target. Load.
A subject has been terminated.
Babe? Can you grab my food for me, please?
My arrow will pierce you.
I'm sorry.
A subject has been terminated.
My arrow will pierce you.
A subject
And
has
that
been
should kill the
terminated.
boar.
A new area has been restricted.
Yeah.
I probably would have went through hotel, but this is fine.
Targets.
I was thinking
It's been a while since I've
just
seen
walk
this.
up into alley and then TP down to hotel, walk beach. I
I
guess
wouldn't go to
uptown's closed.
Beach, honestly, I would probably just do like, because remember, you're doing 2 primary zones and then a single, and then like part of a third zone. And part of your third
Okay.
zone should normally be alley. So since hotel is going to be your primary, you want to like go there so that that part of the rotation is back up already.
Okay, and since the bear and wolves are gone, I'll just TP down to hotel.
You could also take this fight.
There's that.
Oh no. Good. Okay.
I should have ulted sooner than I did.
How? Why?
Yeah.
Has been terminated.
I always forget to ult until it's too late.
Yeah, I think you should. In situations like that, once she uses her E, you just immediately use it because she has no escape.
Yeah.
You have to make sure you keep distance from that build because she's just gonna pop ult and taunt you and kill you. Alright, so this will be the last one. I think, it sucks because we haven't had one where, like, we're actually able to set up the rotation well. But I think the rotation is the biggest thing to focus on for right now.
Yeah.
Because-
like oh, sorry.
If you can get to, like, 400, 500 stacks with mithril armor, your late game, like, you basically won the game, right? There's not many people that can fight you at that point. So that is almost our entire focus, I feel like. Making sure we're getting to that point.
Yeah, because before I didn't really know that there was, or that like actually having like a 3-zone rotation was really like a thing, and I've mostly just been kind of running around and just going to like whatever zones with bears and wolves and etc. are still open.
That can help, but the reason why having the rotation is big, because animals are on a respawn timer, right? Wolves respawn in 4 minutes, bears respawn in 5. I'll pull up chickens and boars for you really quickly. Chickens respawn in 2 minutes and 30 seconds. And boars respawn in 3 minutes and 15 seconds, right? So the idea is, if you know when those animals are respawning, you can be there to kill them every time, rather than going to a zone where you're not even sure if they're alive.
Yeah.
You know?
Let the hunt begin.
So even if we're not killing, like, when we go through archery range and we kill the wolves and everything, even if we're not, like, killing everything that's there, because let's say we get there too fast and wolves haven't respawned yet and they have like a minute left, you can go into alley, kill the chickens, then go back in archery range, kill the wolves. Go into hotel, kill that stuff, go back into archery range, kill everything else but the wolves. And then the next time you go back to archery range, everything should be closer to spawning together by that point.
Yeah.
So to help you keep in mind the timer, are you familiar about the animal timer and do you use it at all or no?
I'm vaguely familiar with it.
So to help you just keep a mindset of it, this game, after we leave hotel or hospital, I want you to go back to hospital when wolves will be spawning.
Okay.
So if we kill them at 3 minutes, when do they respawn?
7.
Yes. What's the earliest you can kill wolves?
Let's see.
You can tell me either the time that they spawn, based on the timer at the start, like how much left is in a round, or how much time has elapsed.
I know it's like really close to the beginning of night 1.
It is
I
close.
can't remember if it's. I think it's like the end of day 1.
28 seconds remaining on timer.
Okay.
Satellite radar activated.
Interesting. I can see if that fixes it. It doesn't. Oh well. You're lagging, I see.
Brandon
Yeah.
in a lot of ways.
That sucks.
There's a suspicious
Happens
smell
every
coming
now
from
and then,
this.
but thankfully it's not for. Generally not for very long.
I want to test this out. There's
All right, looks like we're
everything
clearing up.
in this
Perfect.
kind of place. What does it have in it? Not too bad.
I'll pick that up.
This guy's being annoying.
Yeah.
You could just TP out. Maybe not. Never mind. His EU will be back up soon, so you have to be respectful of that.
Yeah.
Yeah, just keep autoing him. He wants to fight at this point, I guess. Fuck it. You're gonna have to kill him.
Terrible
Teach him
will
respect.
Pierce you. Over there. It's the most effective hunting method.
Yeah, no, just keep autoing him. You kill him if he commits.
Pierce you.
Don't chase, but like,
Yeah.
and then now you can leave. So it's like all he did was waste his time. He wastes your time, but he wastes his time as well. And when you're playing normals, you basically just have to reinforce that, where it's like he's not stronger than you, so don't let him bully you, even though he's doing something he's not supposed to, right? Just beat his ass at that point. Teach him better.
My scent will be masked by the humidity of this place. Does this need to be polished? I don't think so.
Don't make the ruby in the beginning. Remember to make the sheep.
Yeah.
This is pretty great.
Perfect.
What's hidden here?
And now I think I might want to path down to bridge into.
No, I would
Hospital,
grab this. Check that one above.
Okay.
Okay, no, I would just go into hospital.
Easy. Take any
So this means that you won't finish your crown. You'll be on Sajahan, but you won't have crown done. That's all. It's not a big deal.
Yeah.
It still smells like disinfectant.
Check the wolf. Perfect. Or, yeah, the dog. Okay, you can do this.
I don't need the
This
ice
turned out
because I've
great.
already
What
got
does
it, and I
have?
don't have a second. Or I don't have any more water.
You could still pick it up just so that you can like use that for stamina.
If I say so
Okay.
you know?
Yeah.
So like you can eat one of your ice now.
Yeah. Might actually eat. No.
Oh yeah, you crafted it. So I meant just like eating the ice, not crafting it. It's fine though.
Yeah.
There's a suspicious smell coming from this.
So I need
Not too bad.
scissors here.
Take any of the targets.
Oh,
Load.
oh I'm
and
sorry.
Fire.
A subject has been terminated.
Take aim.
You can absolutely kill him.
Howl with me.
Okay, you might have to bow skill. Good guess. But I think you might end the building.
Sacrifice.
Yeah.
Take aim.
It's fine. But it was a good try.
Okay. So
It
scissors.
still smells like disinfectant.
Check the wolves.
Yeah. Okay, that's fine. I can just get them in alley.
Yes, alley would be perfect.
I think I still want to go.
You can fight
So
her.
I think I still go hotel and then just path up, right?
No, I would have went alley for sure.
Okay.
I also would have taken that fight.
Oh.
Because she's kind of free, I think.
Sit down this alley.
And then when you kill this bear, grab that
Necessary
garlic again. And his meat.
I don't think I want the binoculars yet.
No.
A subject has been terminated.
So you can make that, and then take his heated stone, because there's a lot of potatoes here you can make.
Yeah.
So, this is one thing you can do for your food, if like you're kind of struggling for mid-game food, is you can just get heated stone and make the potato stuff here.
target. Load
Oh.
and fire.
I would never make steak though. But you can make that garlic and bacon
A subject has
Yeah.
been terminated.
while you're here.
My
I don't
arms
think I
will
need that
zip down
honey.
this alley.
So yeah, I would do that and eat one of the meats right now.
There's the scissors.
And then perfect, we're done. So there's
I don't
not a
think there's
big reason
anything
for
else
us to
that I
keep.
really
There's
want.
no reason for us to keep looting. So let's just kill everything we can. These chickens are dead. There is the one right below you at least. Perfect. I like to use the bow skill a little bit more right, though, because you only killed one instead of two.
Can bow skill hit both of them? It looks like they. I've
They
always
can
thought
if
that they were.
you like try to hit both of them with the edges. Hit. Okay. Yeah. You're fine.
Hmm.
Has been
I think I
terminated.
played that wrong.
I won't say it was terrible. So
Yeah.
Nikki requires a little bit of counterplay. You have to make sure that she's not getting a parry off every time. So when you know her parry's about to come back up, she'll do it after she comes out of raids. Just wait a second and let her use it and waste it. And then I think you should have dropped your squirrel traps so that she has to go through that.
Yeah, I should have kept walking down after I dropped them down instead of walking kind of up like I did.
Right. Okay. So let's exit out and we'll go over some things really quickly.
Yeah.
So the first big thing, of course, is like working on stacks. Since you're playing Nadine, that's the most important aspect. Because we played Nadine, that's why I focused on that so much. If you decide to not play Nadine, I would definitely recommend signing up for another session at some point, because there are different things we can focus on, of course. But if you stick to Nadine, you know, you're more than welcome to re-sign up again, whatever you want. And we can work on that again sometime. So, but yeah, focusing on your animal stacks, figuring out a good farming rotation. There are some good Nadines you can watch. I believe Hoko, or Homecoming, is playing Nadine at the moment. He goes back and forth off Nadine and Yuki. I don't know. Like, I think he's playing Nadine right now, but I'm not sure. And then I don't know about anyone else. So it's like, find someone good that you can watch. You could probably find something on YouTube and see kind of how they run it, if you can find a game from their perspective. Let's see. For the fights, I would say remember to use your squirrel traps, especially against melees, because it reduces their attack speed by a lot. And it can also, some people will play around it badly and they'll just try to like walk around it, so you can just like kind of toe the line with it back and forth, so they can never get close to you without breaking it. And another thing is, like, I never saw you use wire offensively. And that is a big, like, problem that a lot of new Nadine players do, right? They'll drop wire for, like, extra attack speed when they shouldn't. But there are times when it's correct. Like, I think against the Jukai, I think dropping wire for the attack speed instead of, like, repositioning would have been great. Especially once he like dashed into you, because at that point, you know, like, he's committed, we can take this fight. You can drop E, you can use ult, you can just go all in at that point, right?
Yeah.
You just make sure you drop at a distance so that, like, if it does go bad, you can at least still pull to it.
Yeah.
Everything else is kind of alright. I think you're really good about knowing how to transition, like, depending on where you miss. You already knew you needed to go to alley. So, like, those are good. I think your food is fine, for sure. I think you tunnel a little bit too much on certain things, like we mentioned the potions in the beginning, but you did better about that throughout the rest of the thing. Just remember, like, little foods that you can make, like the bacon and garlic.
Yeah.
It's pretty good. It's a 600 heal, so it's on the same end as hamburgers. If you're okay with hamburgers, you should be okay with that, too. And then counterplay against your opponent's character, I guess, is the last thing, because that did come up against the Nikki. She's brand new, though, so I'm not really saying, like, you should have known better, because she's brand fucking new. She's been out yesterday, right? So
Yeah.
I don't blame you if you don't know about the counter for her. But just make sure you're keeping in mind who you're playing against and what the counterplay for that character should be. So, like, for instance, if I mentioned Luke, what do you think is the big thing you need to avoid against Luke?
His Q.
Yes, because if he closes the distance, he's going to get to land auto attacks with W on you. So you need to be mindful of about how long his Q cooldown is, and making sure you're trying to avoid that as best as you can. And then if he does Q on you, don't panic wire away, because he's just gonna follow you anyways, right?
Yeah.
It can't. If you do get hit, you could just wire away after he comes back to you, and then you can think of it as like, okay, well, if I don't dodge Q one more time, I'm dead. So, like, think of it as a get out of jail free card almost. The other thing is you can drop bow skill on yourself as well in that situation. But of course, we're kind of focusing too much on Luke. There's a lot of other ones, right? So, like with Yukai, we could have walked inside of him to try and make him miss 2 waves. You already agreed on that. So it's like, just keep in mind who you're playing against. And then just keep in mind, like, getting to that, like, late game stack threshold is king. And then once you get there, make sure you're playing your fights properly for the late game, you know?
Yeah.
That's... Because we never saw it, I can't say if or not, like, you already have a good grasp on this, but making sure you know when you're stronger than your opponent is a big thing, and you'll figure that over time, you know? So, like, if you have, like, 350 stacks, just know, like, who's basically a guaranteed kill, right? That's all.
Yeah.
Do you have any questions?
No, I don't think so. I think you, covered pretty much everything that I would have asked.
If anything does come up, feel free to ask at any point in my Discord, of course. You can just ping me. I'll get to it when I can, and then, you know, we'll be here. Like, for instance, Kitsune has some questions I'm going to try to help her out with really quickly. And then, yeah, I appreciate you for coming by. I appreciate your time, and I hope you enjoyed the game.
Yeah, thanks for the coaching.
Anytime. See you later.